blessing once again, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first video. I've decided to create a series of video informing people about some skills I believe will come in handy in your life, okay? Let's face it, the economy is no longer sustainable. Things are hard and they're getting harder every single day. People are losing jobs. Businesses are shutting down. So what do we do now? Now, as a logical person, the easiest thing you can do is to upgrade your skills, okay? Now, forget about going back to school where you had to go and enroll to a course and then start paying the huge amounts of school fees. No, I'm talking about courses or skills you can learn from the comfort of your home and at your own time, okay? So in this video, I'm going to discuss the first skill that you can learn, okay? I'm going to discuss about database management. Yeah, I know it's scary, makes you feel like you need to be a computer wizard or so, but stick with me and you will find out it's not that hard, okay? So who is a database manager? Now, a database manager is somebody who is hired by a company to develop, maintain, and manage a database. Now, if you don't know what a database is a centralized system where companies and businesses store their data. Now, data could be anything about transactions, clients, all those things, their data. Now, a company hires a database manager to come in, construct, meaning design, create or develop, maintain, and keep upgrading a database on their behalf, okay? Now, a database manager requires some specific skills, which you will learn along in this video, okay? So, number one, what is the importance of a database manager? Now, as we have discussed, a database is used to store data, okay? So, whenever this data is leaked, let's say, for example, a company's data is leaked to the public, yeah? That company loses credibility and its reputation is tarnished. So a database manager's work is to ensure that the data in the database, sorry about data, the data in the database remains secure, doesn't leak to the public, cannot be accessed by anyone who is not authorized to access it, and above all, this data is easily accessible by anyone who is authorized to access it. Okay, are you with me so far? Awesome. So, besides designing a database, what else do they do? A database manager also creates backups because we know that data or anything can be stolen or destroyed. So, if you are storing data in a local server is where a company has physical servers, something can happen to those servers. Maybe they can burn down, okay? They're electronics at the end of the day. Or if you're storing them on a virtual server, something can happen to a company providing virtual server services. So a backup is very much required. Now, before you run away, you need to know about some skills that a database manager requires. Now, at the top of these skills, one skill is very crucial, and it's SQL or SQL. Many people like to call it SQL, but it's SQL, okay? Now, what is SQL? SQL, it's a programming language, a very easy programming language that deals with manipulating a database. Now, you don't need a fancy degree to learn SQL. That's the best thing about this course, okay? Now, it requires you at least 3 months, okay? At least 3 months to grasp the basics of SQL, okay? Now, what you need besides SQL skills is analytical skills. You need to know or to identify and solve the problems. Now, SQL is not really much difficult to learn, but it's not that easy to learn either. So you need to dedicate your time, okay? Now, how do you learn SQL? SQL is easy. You can learn it online. You don't need to go to a classroom, okay? Now, I usually tell anyone who asks me about SQL, I tell them to take 2 options. There are 2 options you can take. Number 1 is getting a paid course, okay? Number 2, it's a free course. Now, number 1, the paid course, the easiest platform you can go for a paid course is Udemy. Yeah, Udemy offers a variety of courses, and it's one of the best platforms where you can find courses, okay? Now, these courses are not expensive, especially to new students like yourself. They have a huge and a massive discount. So a typical SQL course can cost you around $12, which is roughly 1,400 Kenya shillings, okay? Now, best thing about a paid course is that you get a lifetime access to the course. Once you buy it, it's yours forever. So you can go back and, you know. Number two, you learn at your own pace, okay? So there are videos there, everything you need is there. Number three, a centralized learning platform. So you have all the materials you need to learn SQL, okay? Number four, there is a Q&A session with the instructor. Now, this is very crucial, especially if you don't understand some concepts, okay? You can always reach out to the instructor and they will reach back to you. Number five, a very supportive community, either through social media platforms or wherever the instructor thinks is best to put all the students, okay? So if you have any questions or you feel like you don't have time to go and research or even Google anything, you just want that straight question, that straight answer, sorry, you can always reach out to the community and ask your questions. Some of them will answer you, some of them will, no, you go and find out. Now, number five, which is very, very, very important, certification. Once you're done with the course, you will get a certificate to show that you have completed the course and you have passed and you understand the basic and the concept of SQL, okay? Now, this certificate, you can download it and print it and present it to your potential employer. So what happens? You are going from somebody who knows nothing about database management, okay, to somebody who understands SQL, which is the basic foundation of database management, okay, in as less as 3 or 4 months, okay? Now, how much have you invested? You have invested around 1,400 shillings. 1,400 shillings, 1,400 Kenya shillings, and you get a course. Now, stick around and you find out how much these people earn. Now, what is the salary? According to Indeed, the Indeed.com, the average salary of a database manager is roughly $3,000 a month. Okay, and that is in the US. Now, what about in Kenya or in another country? Now, in Kenya, I did a little research and I found out that database managers in Kenya earn an upward of 150,000 shillings a month. Imagine that. You just invested 3 or 4 months of your time to learn a simple programming language and you end up earning 150,000 shillings a month. Now, here's another benefit. Database managers are in high demand today. Everybody's looking for them, okay? Why? Because businesses are transitioning from brick and mortar to digital businesses. So more businesses require databases to keep their information safe and secure, okay? So the higher demand for digital businesses, the higher demand for people who can manage these businesses, who are the database managers, okay? So what about the free courses? Now, if you want to go the free course route, I'd suggest starting with YouTube videos, okay? Go out there, find a YouTube video explaining, or find a YouTube video taking you through the basics of SQL, okay? Now, these videos are widespread, they're all over. But you should also, besides watching videos, you should also read more blogs, okay? Because you just don't want to watch, you want to read and you need to put in the work, okay? What are the drawbacks? Number one, there is no Q&A with the instructor, so the video publisher will just go through the random comments. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't respond. Number two, there is no certificate of completion. Once you're done with the video, they don't give you a certificate. So it's your word. You need to go out there and convince the employer that you are good. Number three, you don't get a community. There is no that supportive community because there is no way somebody is going to take their time away and come and respond to your comment and they are busy watching other videos, okay? Unless you join the social media communities like Facebook groups, which some of them are dead anyway. So I would suggest if you really want to be a database manager, you have to learn SQL. And the easiest way you can learn SQL is to take a Udemy Udemy paid course. It's only 1,400 shillings. So I have researched some of the best Udemy courses on SQL, and I've included the link in the description part of this video, so kindly check them out. If you love them, kindly buy the course, do your thing, learn SQL. In 3 months or 4 months from now on, you will be knocking on some very big doors, asking to be paid some very big money. Okay, so sorry about that, but bottom line, if I have left anything out and you guys feel like maybe I haven't covered something, or you have some more information to add, or you like our videos, kindly let us know in the comment section. And if you love our videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next video, where I'll be talking about content writing. Yeah, I know some people have different ideas about content writing, so I'll cover that in the next video. Until next time, ciao.